Hello, this is Nick with Albert Air Conditioning, and today we are going to be looking at this Carrier furnace, ADP evaporator coil, and all new ducts that we just did in this attic. I'm going to go through this system, show you what we did for the installation, and then let you know about some of the features and benefits of this system. As always, please like my page and subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of other videos about Carrier, so please check those out. If you're in the Orange County, California area, you'd like an estimate on a new Carrier system, please let me know. I will leave my info in the description below, and if you have any questions, you can leave those in the comments section below. Let's get right into this. We'll start with the furnace. This is a Carrier Comfort Series furnace. This is a single speed heat furnace, 40,000 BTUs. This is a 3-ton system, so the 40,000 BTU furnace is what we use for that system. It has a special NFC board in it that has 18 speeds for the blower motor, so we can actually program each of the speeds for heating, for cooling, and for constant airflow to dial in the exact airflow that you need for your house. We put this on 9-inch furnace stands. We have a new gas flex. We also have the flue vent, which is double wall B vent. This furnace measures 17.5 inches width by 29 depth by 34 inches high. It can be horizontal in the attic like this. It can also be vertical in a closet or downflow. So it does have many configurations. On the back side right here, this is where the filter for this system is. So we have a 4-inch 16 by 25 by 4 pleated filter for the so that's where you would change your filters. Sometimes when they're located in the attic, the filters could be in the return grills. In this case, it's in the attic. Over here is the coil. So we have an ADP all-style coil. This is where our ductwork comes off. So this is a plenum coil, so that means the ducts come directly off of it. It does have a drain pan underneath it that comes with it, and then we have our drain line. So we have a primary drain line that runs down to a bathroom, and that's the primary, so that's where the water usually runs. And if there were any overflow, it would go out the secondary, which goes out over a window over there. The other thing that we did on this system was all new ductwork. So prior to our new system being here, this was a 25-year-old system. It was dated. The ductwork was coming apart. It wasn't sealed properly. It was a little small. The old furnace that was here only had one return duct, which was 14-inch, and that's what this is right here. This is a 14-inch duct. We actually ended up adding a second return in the living room high up on the ceiling. So now is going to pull out a lot more air, a lot more heat out of the house. These are all R8 flex ducts in the attic. They're sealed properly. We routed them a little differently than how they were before. This does have a UV mylar barrier on the ductwork, so it's reflective. The UV rays that come through the attic will not break that down. The adhesive we use are a lot better. So everything now is up to today's standard. A lot of systems that are 20, 30 years old, it was done to different codes and regulations. So these new units, they need more air in so they can push more air out. The blower motor on these is an ECM constant torque blower motor, so it reacts to the amount of air coming in and the air going out. So when we start these systems up, after we do our duct work, after we seal everything up and everything's ready to go, we actually do a static pressure test on the system, see what the static is. That means the resistance to air coming in and going out. And then we can dial in our blower speeds, and we can make sure that this system is going to be as efficient as possible so you get the best performance out of it. If you were to put in a new system with existing ductwork that's 20 or 30 years old, you have the chance that it's not going to be as efficient. You're not going to get very good airflow. It could leak a little bit. So new ducts with a new system makes for a great system. We highly recommend doing the new ductwork with the system. It makes everything balance a lot better. Like I said before, this only had one return air duct, and it was too small, so it was really only doing about 2 tons of air. And this system is a 3-ton system for a 1,500 square foot, 1-story house. So we want to make sure that they get what they pay for. You don't want to be heating and cooling your attic with leaky ducts, and you want to be efficient and be able to cool this house on a really hot day and heat it on a really cold day. So let me know what you think of this system. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you want an estimate on a new Carrier system or any other equipment, or any questions about any other equipment, I'm happy to answer those. I will put my info in the description down below, and make sure you like this video and subscribe to my page. Thank you for watching.